10, 5, Well, good evening and welcome to Oregon Trail Park in Gering, Nebraska, as tonight on 106.9 The Trail and on KNEB.TV, we've got Legion Baseball for you as the Sheridan County Regulators make a return trip to Gering to take on Gering Platte Valley Companies. For Gering, they come in with a record of 22-8. They got a win this past Saturday on the road in Ogallala, defeating Adams Bank and Trust by a final score of 10-3. For Platte Valley Companies, 10 runs on 12 hits. They did not have an error. And for Ogallala, 3 runs on 8 hits. They did have an error. The big inning for Gering was the 5th when they blew it open with 5 runs in the 5th inning. For Gering, Brady Radzimski goes 5 for 5. Riley Shaneman goes 2 for 3. Blake Green 1 for 3, and Tristan Strau also goes 1.
Grade and clear brush and snow. A spacious cab to keep you comfortable in any conditions. Excellent loader lift capacity, hydrostatic or gear transmission options, and built to get every job done right. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
Your Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
We're back on our Platte Valley Company's pregame show tonight as we get set for more Legion baseball coming out of the holiday weekend. Gering Platte Valley Companies ready to get after it on their home turf tonight as they take on Gordon. Let's catch up now with Gering head coach Rick Kinnaman. Coach, coming off a fairly quiet weekend. You played just the one game over at Ogallala on Saturday. Came out on top 10-2 in that one. Overall thoughts on how you guys performed?
A little slow out of the gate. We didn't score till the 5th inning, and then we put it together and we started getting our bunts down, and then once that happened, then the hits started falling, and then the confidence came up, and then we started playing our game.
Yeah, so scoreless into the 5th. So tip of the cap to Blake Green, tight ball game. He got the start, so did more than kept you in it. Kept things scoreless, so he did his job. Yeah,
all our pitchers have been real good about keeping the ball in the strike zone and giving our defense a chance to play. And, on the other side of that, the defense has done a pretty good job of backing up the pitching staff.
It always feels like that just baseball acumen is one thing you guys kind of hang your hat on. So pitching, defense, throw strikes, make the plays in front of you. Where does that mantra start, and how do you just drill it into the kids each and every day? Baseball can be a grind, but if you do those little things, you're going to be in a good position.
Well, and that's one thing that we tell them is if you want to achieve great things, you have to do the little things, and we work a lot on things like that. And some of our philosophies, are centered around that as far as our hitting philosophy and our pitching philosophy and defense. We don't have to make great plays; we just have to make the ones that are in front of us. And that's the way we practice. It's the way we play.
Now I'm curious, how does a head coach, the old adage is everybody wants to be playing their best as you kind of get down to crunch time and get ready for the postseason. As a head coach, how do you even go about doing that? Because I would assume we're here now, barely over, 2 weeks or so before your area tournament gets underway, and now's kind of the time you want to start to be putting this all together.
Well, first of all, when the schedule is made, we try to get our legs back underneath us before the area gets there. We try to play heavy in June so that we know who can do what for us and get pitching rotation established and that sort of thing. And then it's a little harder for some reason to schedule games in July anyway. So, we get a few more days off, and I think that kind of helps us to, reach the top.
Got Gordon coming in here tonight. You went up there and got your work in pretty quickly and got on the bus and came home a few weeks ago. So, say this team is at their best. What can they do well to give you some issues tonight?
If they were to, they'll bat first. So if they're able to, scratch out a couple in the first and start believing, I think that's probably what a young team like Gordon needs, is just a little bit of confidence, and they could give us quite a game.
Well, let's get you out of here on this one, wrapping up quickly with Rick Kinnaman, head coach for Gering, as they get sent to take on Gordon. Fairly busy week. Play Bridgeport tomorrow, Casper later in the week. So, Coach, first game for this week. Quick key of the game brought to you by Team Auto Center. What are you looking for tonight? I would guess you don't want to give an underdog a little bit of belief.
Well, yeah, there's that for sure. We need to play like a home team. We need to play like we have the lead, even if at the start of the game. And it's the beginning of a pretty good little homestand for us, so we need to make sure and get out of the gate and protect our field.
There you have it from Rick Kinnaman. First pitch on the way here shortly. We'll get things back to Jeff Kelly in just a moment. Coach, appreciate the time as always, and best of luck tonight.
Thank you, Chris.
We'll come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
New looks and new decor can be found at Compliments for You and Your Home. Check out the newest styles from Tribal, Charlie B, Ethel, and more. Compliments also has the shoes, purses, and jewelry for any occasion. Plus, right now, get 20% off all clearance apparel. While here, take a look at our solar lights and felt birdhouses. Finally, visit our newest addition, Katie Chandler and her salon. All this at Compliments for You and Your Home, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scotts Bluff. Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
And welcome back to Gering's Oregon Trail Park as we get set for this Legion baseball game between the Sheridan County Regulators and Gering Platte Valley Companies. And let's take our final break here on the pregame show. We'll come back with more. This is Legion Baseball on 106.9 The Trail.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
When you call Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
And welcome back to Gering's Oregon Trail Park as we just completed our national anthem here as the color guard from the Gering American Legion Post 36 out in the center of the field presenting our colors along with the gun salute here this evening. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First for Gering, they'll start this way. Batting first and catching, it'll be Brady Radzimski. Riley Shaneman will bat second. He'll be at shortstop. At third base and batting third, it's Jack Franklin. In the cleanup spot, it'll be Riley Hoke in center field. Adric Kahn will bat fifth. He'll be in left field. Dalton Weiss will get the start on the mound this evening. Mason Brumbaugh will bat seventh. He'll be in right field. Blake Green will bat eighth. He'll be at first base. And batting ninth and at second base, it'll be Tristan Strau. So for Gering, it's Radzimski, Shaneman, and Franklin, Hoke, Kahn, Weiss, Brumbaugh, Green, and Strau. For the Sheridan County Regulators, they will start this way. Batting first and playing center field, it'll be Jace Freeman. Aiden McDonald will bat second. He'll be at second base. Harley Bain batting third at first base. Lewis Wilson will bat in the cleanup spot. He'll be in left field. Tyler Johnson will be the designated hitter for the Sheridan County Regulators tonight. Catching tonight and batting sixth, it'll be Tegan Snyder. Batting seventh and playing third base, it's Logan DeCoste. Trayton Starr will bat eighth. He will be in right field. And Logan Slama will bat ninth, and he will be at shortstop. So for Sheridan County, it's Friesman, McDonald, Bain, Wilson, Johnson, Snyder, DeCoste, Starr, and Slama. Dalton Weiss getting the start tonight for Gering on the mound. Comes in with a record of 2-2 on the year, an ERA of 2.14. He's got 4 games started as a pitcher. He's made 6 appearances this season. 29 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 18 runs on 30 hits. He struck out 33 and walked 6. And he comes from that left side. His last outing was against Fort Morgan in the second game of that doubleheader. It was a 3-2 Gering loss. He went 6 and a third, 3 runs on 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk for Dalton Weiss. Weiss has not hit a batter this season. Comes in with no hit batsman as he comes into tonight's action. So Dalton Weiss, the left-hander, on the mound for Gering tonight. And our opening pitch is brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. It's love at 425 degrees. And don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club for a sweet deal. Gering in the white pants tonight with the blue jerseys, with Gering across the front in gold and white numbers on the back. And for the Sheridan County Regulators, they come in white pants with blue and red jerseys, red on the back with blue numbers for the Sheridan County Regulators as they come in with a record of 4-9 on the year. Gering comes in looking for win number 23 on the year against only 8 losses. So Jace Friesman will step to the plate first as bats from that right side. Comes in hitting .357 and takes a first pitch and puts it into right field. Mason Brumbaugh ranging over, and he drops it. Had it in his glove and dropped it, so Friesman reaches base via the air as Brumbaugh really not battling the sun in right field, just flat dropped it. So the Regulators with a runner on here as we get this one underway here from Oregon Trail Park as Aiden McDonald steps in. And the first pitch to Aiden is ball 1. From the left side, Weiss delivers, and McDonald fouls it out of play. That evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 83 degrees, partly cloudy here at Oregon Trail Park. The wind out of the east-northeast at 14 miles an hour as the 1-1 pitch in there for strike 2, and McDonald down in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Short lead taken by Friesman at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss by McDonald as he goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. So 1 down here for Sheridan County Regulators in the top of the first. And it'll be Harley Bain for the Regulators, hitting .313 on the year. 1 homer and 6 runs driven in. And the first pitch from Dalton in there for a strike. 0-1. Next pitch fouled straight back by Bain. And Weiss working ahead of Harley Bain. No balls and 2 strikes. As Friesman reached base via the air on the drop fly ball by Mason Brumbaugh in right field. 0-2 pitch, the runner goes, the throw down will get into center field, but Harley Bain strikes out, and 2 down for the Regulators. As Friesman moves to second base, the throw down got past both Schaineman and Strau, but that Friesman not able to advance any farther as now Lewis Wilson will step to the plate with 2 down, and Friesman in scoring position. A first pitch strike in there to Lewis Wilson. Batting .207 on the year, no homers, 3 runs driven in. The 0-1 check swing, and that'll get to the backstop, and that'll move Friesman over to third base. No balls and 2 strikes to Lewis Wilson of the Sheridan County Regulators, with a man on third and 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Weiss will go from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. This is driven into center field. Coming on and reaching up to make the catch is Riley Hoke. And that does it for Sheridan County in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first scoreless on the West Coast scoreboard.
If you're like me, you're willing to travel for a good steak and a great dining experience. Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in downtown Bayard has just that. Some of the Panhandle's tastiest flat iron steaks, ribeyes, and even prime rib. Pair that with a Western dining experience in our quiet dining room or fun-filled main dining area, you and your family are sure to have a great night out on the town. So if you're looking for a great new restaurant to try, you just gotta head on over to Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in Bayard, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner.
Sheridan County able to get a runner on in the top half of the first inning, but Friesman was stranded at third base. And so Gering will send 1, 2, and 3 to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning, as Brady Radzimski will lead things off. 1, 2, and 3 in the order, and the left-hander P.J. Lynch. So we got a battle of left-handers here tonight, as Lynch misses with his first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to Brady Radzimski, who went 5 for 5 with 3 RBI Saturday against Ogallala. Swings and hits this one in the air, in the gap, in right center, but coming on to make the catch is Johnson, as he makes the running catch. And 1 down for Gering here in the bottom of the first inning.
Your shortstop, number 99, Riley Schaineman.
As Riley Schaineman now the batter. First pitch from Lynch in there for strike one. Oh and 1 to Riley Shaneman. 4 homers on the season for Riley, leading this team, as he also has with that 30 runs driven in. The 1-1 pitch down the left field line. That's a fair ball. That'll roll into foul territory where Wilson will run it down. Shaneman around first, and he'll be safe into second base with a stand-up double for Riley Shaneman. So after the fly out from Brady Radzimski,
now batting your third baseman, number 20,
Shaneman with a stand-up double. As Jack Franklin, now the batter, batting third in the order here tonight for Gering, as Lynch checks the runner at second, comes home. And the pitch way outside for ball one. 23rd double on the year for Riley Shaneman. Lynch will go from the stretch. The 1-0 pitch as Franklin squares to bunt. 2-0 now. Jack hitting .245 on the season. Went 2 for 4 the last time these teams met up as he fouls off the 2-0 pitch. Involved in kind of a controversial play Saturday afternoon in Ogallala as he went to move away from a pitch that was inside and it hit off his arm. And the umpire called it a foul ball. They did not give him the base. And head coach Rick Kinnaman not happy with that play as the ball hit off his arm and then hit off the bat. 2-2 the count to Franklin. Lynch delivers. This is hit on the ground. Big hopper to DeCoste at third. He can't handle it. He won't have a play. And everybody's safe as Franklin reaches base. And Gering will have runners at the corners. And only one down for Riley Hoke. And a hit for Jack Franklin. Hoke looks at a first pitch outside from P.J. Lynch for ball one. The 1-0 fouled straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike to Riley Hoke in center field this evening. Riley Saturday afternoon went 1 for 4, drove in 3 runs in the 10-3 win over Ogallala. Lynch with runners at first and second as they both go, and the pitch fouled straight back by Riley. So following the game tonight, we'll be right back here at Oregon Trail Park as Bridgeport comes to town. Single game tomorrow night. 1-2 pitch as Lynch spins and fires to second. And Shaneman back in plenty of time. Only one umpire here tonight, just a umpire behind the plate, no base umpire for us here. Lynch checks the 1-2 delivery, misses outside. That bounces in front of the catcher. Shaneman takes off from second. He'll be into third safely, and everybody moves up 90 feet. And Gering with runners now at second and third and only 1 out. Sun, of course, on the left side of the infield, causing troubles for the third baseman and the left fielder. 2-2 pitch. Misses down low, and now the count full to Riley Hoke. 1 out, 2 on for Gering. Sheridan County not able to score in the top half of the inning. Set the defensive lineup for Sheridan County. Payoff pitch Little blooper. This will get over the glove of the shortstop. Shaneman will come in to score. Franklin safe at third, and Gering leads it 1-0 here on the RBI by Riley Hoke.
That RBI single brings up your left fielder.
And with one out here in the inning, Adric Kahn now the batter. He becomes the fifth batter to come to the plate as they've got Hoke in a rundown. They tag him out, but Jack Franklin comes in to score, and Gering now leads it 2-0 as they pay attention to the runner going, but that allowed Franklin to come in to score. First pitch, Adric Kahn, a big swing and a miss for strike one. Adric this season only 195 as a batting average. The 0-1 pitch, he hits this one in the air, foul territory behind home plate, and Snyder giving chase. He can't make the catch, and Adric Kahn stays alive. No balls and 2 strikes. Gering 2 runs in here in the top of the first inning. The count 0-2. That pitch misses outside. 1-2 now to Adric Kahn. Base is empty, but 2 runs in for Gering here in the top of the first. Lynch, the full line, comes home. Adric Kahn with a swing and a miss, but the ball gets past the catcher, and they won't be able to complete the strikeout. And on the drop third strike, Adric Kahn reaches base. And now the left-handed hitting Dalton Weiss will step to the plate. Kahn with a short lead at first base. Lynch delivers home, and that plunks him on the right hip. And the first batter hit by a pitch for Lynch. And now Gering, after getting 2 runs across, they now have 2 more runners on here and 2 outs. And Mason Brumbaugh at the plate. First pitch, that got inside. That gets past the catcher. Everybody will move up 90 feet. And a little wildness early here by Sheridan County pitcher P.J. Lynch, who comes in with a record of 0-2, an ERA of 9.33 in 15 innings pitched. 31 runs on 20 hits. He struck out 11 and he's walked 22. Pitch missing outside to Mason Brumbaugh. 2-0 the count to Mason. Two-0, swing and a miss. 2-1. Mason hitting 105 on the year, no homers, 3 runs driven in. He's got runners at second and third and 2 outs. The 2-1. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Mason Brumbaugh. 2-0 Gering here in the bottom of the first inning. Brumbaugh batting from the right side. 2-2 pitch, way outside, and now the count full. And P.J. Lynch facing his 7th batter here in the top of the first inning. Payoff pitch misses low, and that loads the bases up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Russell's Automotive, your family-owned go-to for all of your quality automotive repair needs, as Blake Green steps in with the bases loaded and 2 outs and looks at a first pitch on the inside corner for strike one. Blake, the winning pitcher against Ogallala on Saturday. The 0-1 fouled straight back. And Green down on the count to Lynch. No balls, 2 strikes. As he struck out 5, did not give up a walk. The 0-2 in the air. Center field, Johnson coming on. The shortstop Slama ranging out. And he will make the catch, and that'll do it for Gering in the bottom of the first. After one complete, 2-0 Gering on the West Coast scoreboard.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Top of the second, 2-0 Gering, as Gering 2 runs on 3 hits. And it'll be Tyler Johnson to lead things off for the Regulators. And the first pitch from Dalton Weiss in there for strike one. Johnson, Snyder, and DeCoste in the Sheridan County order. Make it 0-2 now to Tyler Johnson. Comes in tonight hitting .250 on the year. No homers and 4 runs driven in. Weiss delivers the 0-2 in the air. Coming on is Hoke, but going out will be Tristan Strow. And Strow will reach up and make the catch. And 1 down.
Now batting your catcher, number 30, Tegan Snyder.
And now it'll be the Regulators catcher, Tegan Snyder, at the plate with 1 down. First pitch swinging, hits a bouncer. Stroud takes it on the second hop, fires over to Blake Green at first base, and there's very quickly 2 down. So both the chances handled by Stroud at second base. So 2 down. Defensively for Gering, Kahn, Hoke, and Brumbaugh from left to right in the outfield. Franklin, Shanum, and Stroud and Green from third to first in the infield. And Brady Radzimski at the plate as the first pitch to Logan DeCoste misses for ball 1. Weiss delivers a little blooper that'll go foul, first base side. And that evens the count at a ball and a strike each. Logan DeCoste hitting .200 on the year. 1-1 pitch on the ground towards third. Franklin takes it on the hop. Throw over, and Sheridan County retired in order here in the top of the second inning. Through an inning and a half, 2-0 Gering on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Morrill County Community Hospital and the behavioral health providers are here to help. Amber Dean specializes in mental health care, which includes medication and therapy across a person's lifespan. Melody Lacey helps people deal with a wide range of behavioral problems, from depression and anxiety to child psychiatry. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home. Anyone may need rehabilitation at some point in their lives. Morrill County Community Hospital can help. Double board certified Masumi Wilroy is now here to help patients recover following an injury, illness, or disabling condition. It may include brain injury, stroke, back pain, sports injury, arthritis, or neurological disorders. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
Welcome back as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And for Gering, it'll be 9-1-2. And thanks for listening tonight on 106.9 The Trail, KHYYFM.com, and watching on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius Channel 1500, as Tristan Strow will lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning. The first pitch misses way outside for ball one. Dalton Weiss getting through his second inning of work as he retires Sheridan County in order. 1-0 pitch. Misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Tristan hitting .263 on the year and looks at a strike on the 2-0 count. 2 balls and a strike. 21 runs driven in for Tristan Strow, and the count 3-1. Tristan at second base tonight for Gering Platte Valley Companies. Lynch with the 3-1 pitch, check swing, and they're going to call it a strike. And now the count full to Gering's Tristan Strow. Wilson Johnson Starr from left to right in the outfield for Sheridan County. Payoff pitch misses inside, and a leadoff walk for Tristan Strow. And Gering with another runner on here as we are in the bottom of the second inning. That puts us back at the top of the order for Gering's Brady Radzimski. Quick throw over. Keeps Strow close. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goal. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, we'll go far, as Radzimski squares to bunt and is unsuccessful in that attempt. 0-1 to the Platte Valley Company's catcher. Another throw over by Lynch. That gets by the first baseman as Strow will scramble to his feet, and he'll round second on his way to third as the throw comes in. A head-first slide. That gets by the third baseman, and Tristan Strow is going to come all the way around and score Gering's third run. All of those on air as the pickoff attempt went past the first baseman into foul territory, and Tristan didn't stop at second, went to third. The throw to third went into foul territory, and Gering on top now, 3-0. The 1-0 to Brady Radzimski. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Just missing outside. 2-1. We'll be right back here tomorrow night with you as the Bridgeport Bombers will be the opponent. The 2-1. 3 balls and a strike to Brady Radzimski as he went 5 for 5 against Ogallala Saturday. Drove in 3 runs. Here's the 3-run to Radzimski. This is driven right back through the box. Slama will take it on the hop. Throw over in time, and 1 down. Went off the glove of P.J. Lynch that time, but Slama at shortstop able to make that play. And Gering with 1 run in and 1 down. And here comes Riley Shaneman to the plate as he had a double his first time up. First pitch from Lynch misses low. DeCoste at third for Sheridan County. Slama at short, McDonald at second, and Bain at first. And Snyder behind the plate for the Regulators. Here's the 1-0, misses inside, 2-0. Gering 22-8 on the season. The 2-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Shaneman looking at a 2-ball, 1-strike count with 1 out and nobody on. Here's a base hit into left center field. This will get down. Starr will take it, but Riley Shaneman with a single after Tristan Strow came around to score on the throwing errors by Sheridan County to make it 3-0. As Jack Franklin steps in. Shaneman with a healthy lead at first, being held on there by Bain. Lynch will throw one more time. That gets by the first baseman, and Shaneman on his horse to second. He won't stop there. He's on his way to third, and he will be in there safely standing up. No throw that time from the first baseman, Bain, to the third baseman, DeCoste. So now the 4th run of the game, 90 feet away. Pitch high to Jack Franklin. 1 ball, no strikes. Jack with a single came in and scored the 2nd run of the game in the 1st inning. The 1-0 pitch, Jack with the check swing. And they'll call it ball 2. Jack went 2 for 4 the last time Gering and Sheridan County met up. Looks at a called strike. 2 balls and a strike to Jack Franklin. Lynch, 44 pitches here in the 2nd inning. Jack hits this one on the ground towards second as McDonald will field it, and Lynch covering. But Jack beats out the throw as Shaneman comes in to score, and Gering now leads it 4-0. As Franklin beats out the grounder to the right side. So with 1 down, it'll be Riley Hoke. First pitch missing way outside. Ball 1. Riley with a base hit, but was retired at second on the fielder's choice. 1-0 pitch gets by the catcher. Franklin will move up 90 feet. Makes a big turn at second base, but he'll stay right there on the pass ball. As we said, Lynch came in with 22 walks on the season. He'll go from the stretch with the runner at second. The 2-0 pitch, that glances off the glove of Snyder, and Jack Franklin moves up 90 more feet. And the count 3-0 to Riley Hoke with 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The left-hander Lynch with the 3-0 delivery, and taking all the way is Riley Hoke. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the 3-1, fouled straight back, and the count now full to Riley Hoke. So as we said, we'll be right back here tomorrow night as Bridgeport comes to town. Then Friday, a doubleheader here at home against the Casper Crush. Payoff pitch, that's inside to Riley Hoke, and he scampers down to first base. And Gering Platte Valley Companies with runners at the corners. And the second walk given up tonight by P.J. Lynch. And with one out at runners in the corners, here's Adric Kahn. First pitch as the runner from first goes. He will not draw a throw with the runner at third base. And now Gering with runners at second and third and one out. 1-0. Adric Kahn drives this one into left field. This will get down in front of Wilson in left field. One run scores. As the second run comes in, Franklin scores. The throw in gets by the catcher, and coming around second and on his way to third is Adric Kahn as he drives in two more runs as Franklin and Hoke score, and Gering now leads it 6-0 here with one out in the bottom of the second, and that will bring the Regulators manager out of the first base dugout, and he will come out and talk to P.J. Lynch. Three errors in the game so far for Sheridan County Regulators. 6 runs on 6 hits for Gering. 2 in the first and 4 here in the second inning. And here's Dalton Weiss at the plate. Dalton Weiss from the left side, lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch missing low for a ball. Dalton leading this team with 28 runs driven in, a slugging percentage of .573. Drives this one fair down the first base line. Kahn comes in to score, and Gering 7-0 on the RBI by Dalton Weiss as that one hugged the first base line and went into right field. 7-0 Gering for Mason Brumbaugh. Lynch will go from the stretch. First pitch to Mason. Low for ball one. Mason walked his last plate appearance. Lynch from the stretch. The 1-0 as Brumbaugh squares to bunt. As that gets past the catcher, they say it hit Brumbaugh. Gering with 2 runners on.
Number 34, Blake Green.
As this inning was started off by Tristan Stroh, we've almost batted around as Blake Green, the number 8 hitter in the order, steps in with runners at first and second as he squares the bunt, lays it down the third base line. Lynch, the bare hand snag, he'll fire over to first, but that pulls Bain off the bag at first base. And that loads the bases up here with one out.
Your second baseman, number 6, Tristan Stroud.
And we're right back where we started here in this bottom of the second inning as Tristan Stroud steps in for the second time in the inning. Fouls the first pitch straight back for strike one. 7-0 Gering here in the bottom of the second inning with 5 runs home. Bases loaded for Stroud, and he drives the 0-1 pitch out of play. Make it no balls and 2 strikes. Tristan going 1 for 2, or 1 for 3, I should say, against Ogallala as he scored 2 runs. A quick throw down to third, and they'll say that Weiss got back in plenty of time, but a snap throw from Lynch, the Regulators catcher. 1-2 the count to Tristan Stroud. Pitch home, just missing outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, Now the count full to Tristan Stroud. No place to put him with the bases loaded. Brumbaugh at second, Weiss at third, Green at first. Payoff pitch outside. And another walk for P.J. Lynch. Weiss comes in to score 8-0. Gering Platte Valley Companies.
Now batting your pitcher, number 11, Brady.
And back to the top of the orders. We've batted around here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Brady. Outside for a ball. There's a little looper into shallow right field. Starr will bounce in front of him. Brumbaugh will come in to score. And Gering now leads it 9-0. And the bases remain loaded for Gering. 7 runs home here in the bottom of the second inning as Mello Timblin will come in to run for Brady Radzimski. And Riley Shaneman comes the 12th batter here at the plate for Gering in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch swinging on the ground is short as Slama goes to second for one. The throw to first will not be in time as coming in to score for Gering is Tristan Stroud. And that makes it now 10-0 Gering. As Green came in to score. Jack Franklin now at the plate. As Timblin came in to score. And the count 2 balls, no strikes to Jack Franklin. Ally Property Management and Real Estate, from real estate to rental properties to property management. Ally is your friend in real estate. 2-0 pitch, the runner goes on a hit and run. There's a base hit that'll drop into right center field. Coming around third is Shaneman, the play at the plate. And Shaneman in safe at home. And Gering with an 11-0 lead here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning.
Center fielder, 26, Riley Hope.
And Jack Franklin with his 3rd hit of the game, and he stands at second base. The first pitch, Hope swinging, pops it up on the infield. That'll be taken by Bain at first base. And that will do it for Gering in the second. But they put 9 runs in the bottom of the second inning. 11-0 Gering at the end of 2 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
Now batting for Sheridan County Regulators, number 1, Straight start.
A dozen on the board for Gering here as we go to the top of the third, and Trayton Starr, left-handed hitting, as he fouls that pitch off, and he's behind in the count to the left-handed throwing Dalton Weiss. No balls and 2 strikes. 8, 9, and 1 for the Regulators. Pitch missing outside. 4-1. Starr hitting .350 on the season. 1-2 pitch hit on the ground towards Strow at second. He fields cleanly, fires over to Blake Green at first base. And there's one down. Long time on the bench in the bottom of the second inning for Dalton Weiss, as
Shortstop, number 3, Logan.
he came to the plate once in the second inning. Logan Slama now the batter. The first pitch gets by Brady Radzimski for .1. Slama hitting .281, no homers and 5 runs driven in. Swings at the 1-0 pitch to even it up at a ball and a strike. 2 in the first, 10 in the second for Gering. They lead it 12-0. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Only 2 strikeouts tonight for Dalton Weiss. Delivers the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and there's strikeout number 3 for Dalton Weiss. 2 down now as we go back to the top of the order for Jace Freeman.
Center fielder, number 9, Jace Friesen.
As Friesman up for the second time tonight. He reached base on an error to start this game off. And not a slow start here this evening for Gering Platte Valley Companies. 1-0 pitch to Friesman, 2-0. As Gering put 2 runs on the board, they sent 8 batters to the plate in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 2-0, make it 3-0. Thirteen hitters came to the plate in the second for Gering Platte Valley Companies. The 3-0 pitch, taking all the way, is Friesman. 3 balls and a strike. Dalton Weiss retired Sheridan County in order in the top of the second, trying to do the same here in the top of the third as Friesman takes a big cut at the 3-1 pitch, and now the count full with 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the third inning. Or the top of the third inning. 12-0. Gering on top. Here's a little slow roller. Jack Franklin will field. Will he have time on the throw? The stretch by Green, but the throw not in time as Jack bobbled it just a little bit. So Friesman reaches base, and Sheridan County with a runner on here for Aiden McDonald. And an infield hit for Jace Friesman. Has a short lead at first base. First pitch, Friesman fouls that one. And 0-1 the count. McDonald struck out back in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball. This is lined into left field for a base hit. And Sheridan County not going away quietly as the base hit. Only the second hit given up by Dalton Weiss. And Sheridan County now 2 runners on at first and second for Harley Bain. As Bain up for the second time in the game, struck out his first time up, takes a big cut at the first pitch. From the left-handed throwing Dalton Weiss for strike 1. 2 outs, 2 on. Gering on top, 12-0 in the top of the third. 0-1. Here's a base hit, but no, coming on is Riley Hoke, and he'll make the catch, and that will do it for Sheridan County here in the third inning. 2.5 in the books, 12-0 Gering on the West Coast scoreboard.
The 100th annual Oregon Trail Days rolls into Gering July 8th through the 11th. Barbecues, street dance, food fair, a car show, 2 parades, Old Settlers Luncheon, bicycle hill climb, mud volleyball, a pancake feed, chili and barbecue cook-offs, an art show, a craft show, and a quilt show, a carnival, beer and wine tasting, and Sawyer Brown with Ned Ledoux at Five Rocks. It's summer's best weekend. The 100th annual Oregon Trail Days, July 8th through the 11th.
Bottom of the third, 12-0 Gering on top with 10 runs in the bottom of the second inning, and Adric Kahn to lead things off swings at a first pitch from P.J. Lynch for strike one, and swings at a pitch way out of the strike zone, and Adric down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes here as we just get underway here in the bottom of the third inning. The 0-2 breaking ball in there for strike 3, and Adric Kahn goes down looking for the first out of the inning. And here's Dalton Weiss, the left-on-left matchup, as Lynch fires across to strike. No balls and a strike. Dalton tonight was hit by a pitch his first time up and had a base hit in the second inning. Swings at the 0-1 pitch. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on for Gering here in the bottom of the third inning. Here's a ground ball hit towards second. That'll be fielded by McDonald. He fires over to Bain. And 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning for Gering. Gering sent, by my count, 13 batters to the plate in the bottom of the second inning, put 10 runs on the board. As Mason Brumball steps up, squares to bunt, pops it up in the air. It will roll foul. As P.J. Lynch went to field that, stopped when he got to the first base line and waited for it to roll into foul territory. And Owen won the count on Mason Brumball. 2 outs, nobody on for Gering. Lynch from the full line, the 0-1, misses way outside. A ball and a strike to Mason Brumball. Mason was hit by a pitch and walk, looking for his first opportunity here tonight. The 1-1 swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mason Brumball. Should he get on, Blake Green on deck for Gering Platte Valley Companies here in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-2 pitch from Lynch, and that pitch missing outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the third for Gering Platte Valley Companies, but they have a healthy 12-0 lead. 2-2 pitch, now count full. Mason steps back into that right-handed batter's box. Full count pitch with 2 outs. Lynch delivers in there for strike 3. And Gering goes down in order here in the 3rd inning. But they still have a commanding 12-0 lead on the West Coast scoreboard.
This year's W2 means we double. Reganis Auto Center will double your down payment on any pre-owned vehicle on their lot. Turn $500 into $1,000. Turn $1,500 into $3,000. Use that money to get out of your lease or a vehicle you owe too much on, or to lower your monthly payment. For a limited time only, double your down payments only at Reganis Auto Center on East Overland and East 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Your volume discount dealer.
Some people think Allstate only protects your car. Here's the truth. Allstate can also protect your home or apartment, as well as your boat, motorcycle, RV, and snowmobile, and even your retirement and your life. Not many insurance companies can say that, but Allstate can.
Bundle and save with Allstate. In Gering, call Allstate agent Michael Engelhop for a quote today at 308-436-2123.
Now batting for Sheridan County Regulators, left fielder number 23, Louis Wilson.
Top of the 4th inning here at Oregon Trail Park, 12-0 Gering, as Lewis Wilson will lead things off. And 1 ball and 1 strike to Wilson. Struck out back in the 1st inning. Cleanup hitter for the Regulators. Weiss delivers the 1-1, and Wilson swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4, 5, and 6 for the Regulators here in the 4th inning, but they're in a 12-0 disadvantage. The 1-2 in there for strike 3 as Wilson goes down looking. 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning.
Your DH, number 8, Tyler Donovan.
4th strikeout on the night for Dalton Weiss. As Tyler Johnson, the designated hitter, with a big swing. First pitch from Weiss, 0-1. And welcome back to Gering's Oregon Trail Park. A short night for Gering Platte Valley Companies as they get their business done and get their 23rd win on the season as they defeat the Sheridan County Regulators. 12-0 is your final score. 12 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for Gering, no runs on 2 hits, and 3 errors for Sheridan County. We'll come back with the Runs of Postgame show as Gering gets the 12-0 win over Sheridan County on the West Coast scoreboard.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scotts Bluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
If you're like me, you're willing to travel for a good steak and a great dining experience. Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in downtown Bayard has just that. Some of the Panhandle's tastiest flat iron steaks, ribeyes, and even prime rib. Pair that with a Western dining experience in our quiet dining room or fun-filled main dining area, you and your family are sure to have a great night out on the town. So if you're looking for a great new restaurant to try, you just gotta head on over to Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in Bayard, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner.
Nothing tonight. A quick start tonight, not like we saw in Ogallala on Saturday.
Yeah, we kind of talked to the guys about having a more aggressive approach tonight. We good things seem to happen when we can score early. Throughout the year, we've kind of been some slow starters and just kind of build some momentum as the game goes. And so that was good to see our guys jump on top right away and put 2 up early and then come in and obviously have the big second inning. I thought we were pretty aggressive on the bases during that second inning, which kind of led to more runs for us, so that was good.
Third inning, you go down in order. Just kind of I don't want to say a lack of focus, but you kind of knew you had it in the bag.
Yeah, I don't know, because we talked to our guys about not letting up going into that third inning, so that was disappointing to see us go 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. And, because we've been talking to the guys lately, if we want to be successful in the postseason, we're going to have to do it 1 through 9, and we can't just rely on the first 5 or the first 6 or the last 3 or however it ends up being. We've got to be consistent through the lineup if we're going to be if we're going to be dangerous in the postseason, and that's what we want to do.
What kind of things do you learn from a game like this, where you're up early and really the game's never in doubt? What does this type of game teach you? What can you teach the kids?
We talked to them, and we said, especially after that second inning, we said this is a point where usually people start to go through the motions and it starts to creep in, and we try to work on some things, and we told them we're not going to do that tonight. And at this point in the year, especially on our home field, we got a chance to build some momentum heading into the postseason. So we need to just stay sharp and be on high alert for anything and just keep coming at them. And we did that defensively. Offensively, would have liked to see a little better at bats later in the game.
On the mound, Dalton, I thought, did a good job. He throws 46 pitches tonight. 39 of them are strikes. He was getting the job done here tonight.
Yeah, he pitched extremely well. Our pitchers have done an excellent job throwing strikes all year. We've preached 2 out of 3. Sometimes we get a little too fine with it. But, yeah, he did a great job of hitting their bats all night and giving our defense a chance to make plays, and we were pretty solid defensively tonight.
This part of the season, how good is it to finish up the season at home?
Oh, it's awesome. We've been through some tough road stretches this year, and, Coach K has always done a good job of flipping the schedule like that to where we are playing at home quite a bit towards the end of the season so we can build some momentum. So it's nice. I mean, we get to sleep in our own beds at a decent time and don't have to travel, and it's always nice playing in front of our home crowd. We have a ton of support behind us, and I know the kids really appreciate it, and we really appreciate it too. The community's been great.
Another home game tomorrow, as we said. Bridgeport will be in town.
Yep, got to come ready to play tomorrow. We've been in situations where we've come in and kind of expect to have things in the bag, and they've taken advantage of it and beaten us. And so we told that to the guys again tonight. You got to show up ready to play, especially at this point in the year. You've got to do everything as if you're playing in a championship game, and you got to come that ready to play and be that focused. So we'll hope we get them ready to go tomorrow.
They were very focused tonight. Good 12-0 win. Right back at it tomorrow night.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, thanks, Danny. Gering gets the 12-0 win, and we'll come back with more here on the Runs of Post Game Show. Gering wins at 12-0 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
And back here on the Runza Post Game Show, as Runza doesn't like to think of themselves as just another restaurant in town. They like to think of themselves as part of the community. Runza with locations in Scottsbluff, Gering, and Chadron. For Platte Valley Companies tonight, 12 runs on 10 hits and an error, and Sheridan County, no runs on 2 hits and 3 errors. Looking down the box score tonight, Riley Shaneman goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs driven in. Jack Franklin, 3 for 3 with 2 runs driven in. Also, Adric Kahn, 1 for 3 as he had 2 RBIs tonight. Dalton Weiss helps his own cause as he goes 1 for 2. Dalton Weiss, the winning pitcher, he goes 4 innings, no runs on 2 hits. He strikes out 5, did not have a walk tonight, and did not hit any batters as he goes 3-2 on the season. So Dalton Weiss gets the win. We'll come back and more on the Runza Post Game Show as Gering Platte Valley Companies wins it 12-0 over Sheridan County on the West Coast scoreboard.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the...
As he goes 1 for 2 and drives in a run. So Dalton Weiss is our Taco John's player of the game. We'll be right back here tomorrow night as the Bridgeport Bombers will be here at Oregon Trail Park in Gering. Have our pregame show roughly around 6:45, between 6:45 and 7 o'clock. And we'll have that game for you on 93.3 tomorrow night, KMOR. And we're also going to have it for you on KNEB.TV. I'd like to thank our KNEB.TV crew as TJ Albright here along with Ani and running the camera tonight. And we will be right back here tomorrow night as Gering goes for win number 24 on the year, and the opponent will be the Bridgeport Bombers. So we'll talk to you again tomorrow night here from Gering's Oregon Trail Park. Until then, I'm Jeff Kelly. Good night from Gering.